What's going on? This is Coding Cleverly with another video. Today's video is going to be about array queues. Previously we've discussed array stacks and link stacks. So now we're going to construct an array queue from the ground up. So it's going to be an abstract data type, and I want you to follow along with me. So let's hash include in IOStream over here, and then we'll have a using namespace standard as always, an integer main, and then the return 0 semicolon. Over here I'm just gonna move some space, and I'm gonna start with the array queue. So what do we know about a queue? We know that a queue is FIFO mechanism, which is first in, first out. So it's basically like a line, or like a waiting line where there was people, just imagine, and the person who's actually first, like they're on the line, it will get his service first, and then the people at the end will definitely have to wait. So that's how a queue works. Here I'm just gonna have some global variables. First of all, I'm gonna have a hash define. So I'm gonna say hash define. I'm gonna have a size, because I'm gonna have an array, so I'm gonna have a size of 5. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an array which is of size 5, just like that. So I'm just gonna hit a semicolon here, and we're gonna go after this. We're gonna create a front of the queue, which is -1 by default, and the back, which is the rear, -1. There. So we're gonna have a front and a back. So I'm just gonna call this as front and rear. Okay, so the first member function we're gonna be including is empty. Classical, what we've been doing. So we're just gonna determine how this is empty. How it's gonna decide if the front, so if the front is equal to -1, and if the rear, so rear is equal to -1. So if the front and rear equal to -1, then what we could say that we could just return true, that it's empty. Else we could just return false. So return false. All right, so right after that we have our isEmpty function complete. Now let's have the mechanism of how we're gonna add stuff to our queue, and that we could do with enqueue. So let's have void. We're gonna have an enqueue EUE, and then we're gonna have a value that we want to add inside of our queue. And now what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna have some constraints. So there's a constraint that says if rear is equal to the size -1. So if it's like, we have a size constraint, right? So we have a 5 size, and if it goes beyond that, we can no longer add something to it. So we could just say console output, and we say QUEUE is full. That's it. And other than that, how we're gonna do it is that if we want to enqueue it, we could say if the front is equal to -1. So if it's like just started right now, right? So if it's just started, you could add front is equal to 0. Let me get this straight. What am I saying here is that if the size, now pretend that the size is 5, right? That's the max size. So my queue right now is -1 by default. Rear and the front is -1. So -1 and -1, front and rear. So over here it says rear, so -1 equals to the size, which is 5 -1, and now this is 4. So this is actually not gonna work here. How is this gonna work until we have like, so you know that there's gonna be -1, it's gonna change to 0. I'm gonna make a change, and then I'm gonna change it to 1, then 2, then 3, and then once it's 4. So once I hit 4, the queue is full. You can't add anything else. So over here you can see 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you could put 5 stuff inside of it. So you can put in the 0 and all of that. So how are we gonna get this done? So we're gonna actually do something like here. So over here, let me just show you. So over here we have front is equal to -1. So once front is equal to -1, we'll make it as 0. Now what we could say is the rear, and we're just going to increment it just like what we wanted to do, and then we say array sub rear, and from here we're just going to put the value. So it means that if there's an array, and the rear portion, which is going to be -1 by default, and then after that it's going to increment to 0, so it's going to be 0, and that portion, let's put 10, and the next iteration we're just going to say let's put it as 1, so that one's going to be 20. And now let me go to the dequeue section, and dequeue is meaning like delete. And now how we're doing is the first in, first out methodology, FIFO. So the thing that's going to be deleted first is the thing which is on the front, right? And enqueuing is basically done in the back. So this is how it's done. So the rear is doing the enqueuing, adding things, and then the dequeuing is done at the front. So if we could just have a void, and I say dequeue, and then if I just want to dequeue, first let me have a constraint over here. It says is empty. If that is the case, what we could do is we could just print out that the queue is empty. So queue is empty, and yeah, end line. Else we could just say if the front and equals to the rear. So if the front is equal to the rear. Now in this case, what I'm going to show you is that if the front and rear is the same, so we're going to have front and the rear assigned to -1. All right, so this means that the front and the rear will be assigned to -1. So if front is equal to rear, and then we'll just reassign these to -1. All right, and that's basically it when you're like deleting it. Else, if that's not the case, right, if they're not matching, so what we're gonna do, and now you've guessed it, because look at this, the front is the one that we're trying to take care of, because the rear is now not what we're interested in. Front is only going to be taken in concern when we want to remove stuff, when we want to dequeue stuff. So we could just say remove this front plus plus. This is going to take care of everything. So let's put this and a semicolon at the end. So that's done. Now let's have another function here. So I'm done with this, and yeah, so over here on the top we have an else, we have this, and inside of that we have an else block. That's perfect. Now I'm actually gonna do the show front. So I'm gonna say void show front. How are we gonna show the content in the front? So how are we gonna show this? That if I'll say is empty, and we'll say console output, we'll say queue is empty, semicolon. Else we could show the front by saying, so we could say console output, say element at the front is, and then we could just put the front. So we could just say in the array, and we want the front portion, so we just take out the front over here, and then that's it. That's our front, and we're just gonna basically get it. Similarly, if you want show rear, let me just copy this. I'll copy all of this, Control C, go down here, and I'm gonna paste it. And I'm just gonna change a bit over here. So I'm gonna say show, and I'm just gonna move this to rear, and over here element at rear is, and I'm gonna just change this to rear. So we're gonna get the rear one. Okay, so that's it. What about displaying the queue? So let's have a display method. Void display, so I would say display queue, and let's have a display. So if it's empty, again, if it's is empty, we could just basically say queue is empty. There you go. Else what we could do is we could have a for loop, and we could start with the front, and then we could just go I is less than equal to the rear, and then we could say I plus plus, and we could just keep on showing the content. So we could just say array sub I, and there you go, end line. So I could either do end line, or I'll just basically have them like side by side. So that's the display function here. So let's create a queue, and now how am I gonna put enqueue stuff is basically really simple. We're gonna enqueue and I'm just gonna enqueue stuff like 10, and then I'm gonna say enqueue. Let's have 20, then enqueue 30, and then enqueue we have 40. Okay, so now this is done. Then let's have the queue displayed. So we could say display queue, and there's a semicolon. And then once we display the queue, we want to dequeue it. So we say dequeue. So we dequeue it, and then we say prompt it, say displaying after dequeuing, queuing an element. So I'm just gonna put that, and we're just gonna display the queue again. Okay, so let's observe what's gonna happen. So over here, enqueue first means that there's 10 in the line, okay? And then after that, you have this enqueue 20. So we have 10, which is over here in the front. Then we have 20, which is in the rear. Okay, then 30 is gonna come, 30 is gonna be here. 40 is gonna come, 40 is gonna be here. Whatever is gonna come is just gonna be adding to the end. So it's just gonna be the rear plus plus, like as we expected. But our queue is constrained to size 5. Remember I told that size is 5, so we could just have it that much it. So we could say over here that 10, 20, 30, 40, and when we display it, it's just gonna appear like this. And then when we dequeue it, this is going to be removed. This portion on the front is going to be removed. Now it's going to be 20 and 30, 40. So once we do that, 20, 30, and 40 will be displayed from here. So let's just run this code. So I'm going to my CMD. I'm going to go in this. I'm going to go to CMD, and I'm going to say G++. I'm going to say array. I'm going to say queue. So let's see, array queues. And there's run. Now I'm going to add. So you could see over here, we have 10, 20, 30, 40 displaying after dequeuing an element. So once we dequeue it, we say 20, 30, and 40. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Peace out.